It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Hey, we've got another great star with us on 101 ESPN as people try to win tickets to Game 1 of the World Series. All you need to do is get the biggest celebrity you can to call 314-692-5523. And the guy on the Arby's hotline right now is going to be tough to beat. It's Adam Sandler joining us on 101 ESPN. Adam with Bob Ramsey and DeMarco Farr. This is Randy Carricker. How are you doing today?
Boys, thank you for having me on your show. I was just bum rushed by two fellas. They stepped into my office. I was in the middle of doing my kids' homework. And they said, would you please get us to the World Series? So I had to say yes. I'm very happy for St. Louis. These guys are from St. Louis. They're excited.
They work for you, and they're from St. Louis.
They did work for me. I'm firing them after this. They really did bum rush me pretty hard, and they gave me puppy dog eyes, so I had to do it. My kid's going to fail now, but that's fine.
Well, I knew you. Great, man. I knew you're a big sports fan, so that's really big of you calling in, man. Hey, question for you. Everyone in Hollywood wants to work with you. Everyone wants to do a movie with you. Who do you want to work with?
I'm done. I've worked with. Who's left?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm through. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. I think I'm gonna call you back with a better answer. I got nobody popping in my mind.
Adam Sandler with us on 101 ESPN. So who are these guys that bum rushed you? What are their names?
What do you guys do for my company again? Oh yeah, when the DVDs come out, they make sure there's some cool stuff on them to make them look good. And also, when my kids visit my office, they follow them around with a video camera to make sure I have good footage.
Oh.
That's great.
Is that good money?
I don't know. Do we pay you guys? They do. They get enough money. They both seem very happy, and they're nice kids. Oh, you know what else they have to do sometimes? My little kid goes to school at a temple. And on Fridays, she gets to light the candles. They have to go to temple. They're not Jewish, but they have to go to temple and tell them we're doing that. I got a lot of weird things going on there.
Well, give us some sort of affiliation, at the temple. Give me, a friend to the Jews.
I gave them both yarmulkes, free yarmulkes.
There you go. See, very nice. What projects you working on right now? When can we see you next?
I think I got a movie coming on. Jack and Jill. How's that DVD looking, fella? Coming along pretty good. We got to make sure people go to the theater first, and then the DVD is like 6 months later. So we got that coming out, and who knows? I don't know, fellas. I'm telling you, you really. You don't have to talk about that. You just have to possibly get these guys to the game.
All right. I think they've got a pretty good chance of being on their way. Hey, I want to know if you have an appreciation for how much your movies are a part of general society. We're sitting here doing a show 4 hours a day, and Happy Gilmore lines come up, and Waterboy lines
Bobby
come
Boucher,
up.
man, yeah.
All the time. Do you appreciate that?
Absolutely. I really, I don't think about it enough, but I'm very, very lucky that I got to do all this stuff. And, the Happy Gilmore times, those were the best. And I've done a lot of stuff with sports, so I got to go to so many games over the years and meet a lot of great guys. Carl Weathers just came by my office 2 minutes ago, and we were talking about Al Davis passing away, and he was really telling me some great stories about Al and when he played with the Raiders and how great of a guy he was and how involved Al Davis was with everything and just how proud of a guy. I don't know. It's just I got to meet. I did luck out, no doubt about it.
Well, you've entertained us for many, many, many years, and it really means a lot to folks who can use entertainment. And after they've listened to this show, they really need it. So,
no, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you putting me on, and thanks for the nice words. And who else was called in? What other?
We got John Hamm, Kurt Warner, Eric Dickerson, Jim Tomey. Who else?
Oh, man, those are all solid. That's solid stuff, baby.
I think you're leader in the clubhouse, though.
No. We're all up there, boys. I hope everyone gets to go and have fun. How are you guys getting these tickets, by the way? Do you have to pay for them?
Well, don't ask. We know a guy.
Yeah.
But for the second place person, we're going to say, well, StubHub is there.
Right on, boys. You guys have a great day. Thanks for letting me on.
Hey, Adam, thanks for calling in. If you can hold on just a second, our producer, Todd, would like to talk to you for just a second about getting those guys the tickets. That's Adam Sandler checking in here on 101 ESPN.
Winning.
That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty cool.
That is.
Good to see you.
I had a chance to meet him when they came through with Chris Rock.
The Super Bowl thing? Yeah.
No, they were at the longest yard.
The remake of The Longest Yard. And in through the media line and all that, the big red carpet stuff was Burt Reynolds came through. It was a big deal. And, St. Louis doesn't get many moments like that.
Yeah.
Big stars like that came through, and Sandler couldn't have been nicer and more gracious and more willing to help the media. And he that day when I got a chance to meet him, it really elevated his status in my book because of the way he dealt with people in such a professional, nice way.
It's genuine. My mother told me, and she keeps telling me, I'm related to Carl Weathers.
Really?
Yeah, his grandmother and her grandmother were sisters or something like that. So yeah, we're related there. Apollo Creed is my cousin.
What happened?
I don't know.
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, Waterboy for me.
Is it Waterboy?
Yes.
Bobby Boucher. I love it. I love it. And to get Kathy Bates to play that role.
Yes. Football is the devil.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I'd have to probably say Gilmore won. I'd have to look through the list again, but probably Happy Gilmore.
I like them all.
Our thanks to Adam Sandler and his assistants who bum rushed him today. It's pretty cool. It's going to be tough to beat, but keep trying. You have until 2 o'clock tomorrow to have somebody call into 101 ESPN. They can call Zach and the coach. They can call the Bernie Show anytime. 314-692-5523. And the biggest celebrity will be selected by our 101 ESPN panel of experts. The winner to be announced by us tomorrow at 3. And don't forget to visit Sports Authority for all of your gear, jerseys, caps, novelties, and more. Sports Authority.
I'm living life in the fast lane.
It is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Over the last 2.5 days, we have had St. Louisans, people that are in our listening audience, try to get in touch with celebrities, whatever way they know. If they know somebody or know somebody who knows somebody, a lot of people use Twitter to try to get people to call in. Those people that delivered the biggest guest would win a pair of tickets to tonight's Game 1 of the World Series. Today, Bernie Miklasz talked to Vitaly Klitschko. He talked to Hayden Panettiere. We had a chance to talk to people like Andy Cohen.
At the same time? They used to date.
No, different times.
They used to date.
Yes,
That's
they did.
odd. Wow.
Yeah. Apparently somebody who knew both of them.
Okay, got it.
We also talked to Jack Wagner. We talked to Andy Cohen. We talked to Eric Dickerson, Jim McMahon. We had a whole bunch of people that called in. But the winner, the biggest celebrity that called in over the last couple of days, was Adam Sandler.
No doubt.
Landslide.
We had a chance to talk to him yesterday. By the way, I should mention John Hamm, who was great and a pleasure to visit with.
I'd say maybe he and Klitschko tied for second, maybe.
Yeah, they were great. But Adam Sandler calling in was something special. Scott Adderton and Jeff Bergman are flying in. They're on a plane right now as they head in from Los Angeles so that they can get their tickets to Game 1 of the World Series.
Congratulations.
And, Scott texted Todd, our producer, and said, we got fired by Adam. Do you have anything open?
Oh, wow. You can't fire him because of that.
And relate the story as much as you can about somebody that talked about how rare that was for Adam to do that.
Yeah, I talked to somebody today who's pretty aware of these, of celebrity, let's put it that way, and said that Adam Sandler just doesn't do this sort of thing. That group, Chris Rock and David Spade, they will. Adam Sandler, obviously, he'll go to the Super Bowl and he'll make the tour of Radio Row, and he'll make appearances for a movie, but he just doesn't call places.
No.
He is good friends with Dan Patrick, obviously, but a local radio station, for him to make that phone call is very rare.
I would expect nothing less out of him. He's a sports fan.
Right.
You got a chance to get two guys that work for you to the World Series just for calling into a show? You got to do it.
He did it. So thanks to Scott and Jeff, and congratulations to them as they are headed to Game 1 of the World Series. Hey, we've got our guys here that delivered Adam Sandler to the show.
Well done, heroes. Well done, guys.
And can we get them a couple of headsets? Jeff Bergman is here.
The one thing I hope is we didn't get you guys fired. That's what I hope. I hope you didn't get World Series tickets and then no job.
Well, we were told we lost our jobs after this. So.
He told us that we're fired and not to come back.
So
hopefully he's kidding.
Are you just going to do a Costanza then next week and show up like nothing happened?
Yeah, we're gonna try. He was pretty adamant on us not coming back. So, if you guys have any openings, let me know.
We will let you know. And Jeff Bergman and Jeff, you've been hanging out here for a while. If you did indeed lose your jobs, was it worth it?
Well worth it. Game 1 of the World Series. I wouldn't trade it for a minute.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys taking care of us and helping us out. We had such an awesome day yesterday. It's probably one of the top 5 days of my life, and just so fun being down here.
Well, I think that you guys working for Adam Sandler in Hollywood probably would be a top career for most people. And say, tell everybody what you guys do and how you got there.
Well, we do the behind-the-scenes special features of all of his movies, and Scott's been working there for 10 years.
Yeah, I started out doing the website stuff, and then got bumped up to do all this EPK behind-the-scenes DVD stuff. And we have a crew out in California we work with. We got Digby and Heston and Brian and Tamara and the whole crew out there backing us up. So we got a really good team out there, and it's just been a lot of fun. The projects are so much fun. It's you couldn't ask for the better boss in the world. He's the most amazing guy in the world, and very, very generous, as you guys saw in the past couple of days. So
I would imagine it's a laugh a minute.
yeah, it's crazy because he's just like you think he is. He's just hilarious. He's just a great dude. So
tell us, give us the scene when one or both of you guys said, Adam, you got to do this. Tell us what happened.
Well, we were contemplating the idea all day.
And how'd you hear about it first?
Well, we had a friend, Joe Farmer, tell us about he texted us and said, you guys got to get Sandler to call in. And we were like, I was telling Scott, I was like, let's do this. And we were at lunch contemplating it, and it worked out in our favor. We actually got called in because Adam was having a computer problem. So we walked in there and he said, congratulations, boys, on your Cardinals going to the World Series. And we were just like, speaking of which, you might be able to help us out here, Adam. And then Scott was like, hey, there's this competition here in St. Louis, and you could get us to the World Series if you call in, and the rest is history. And it was
heart
so
pounding,
awesome.
sweating.
He was just all he said was get him on the phone, boys.
Nice.
It was so awesome.
That's awesome.
That's great. So you grew up in Belleville, Jeff, what high school?
Belleville West.
Okay, and Scott, how about you?
I grew up in West County. I went to Whitfield.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, good. And I get the sense. Well, let's put it this way: the Adam Sandler we see in movies is he kind of plays himself. Is that right? Is he what we see on screen?
Yeah, I mean, it's a heightened version of himself, but yeah, that's who he is. I mean, everything you think about him and see about him, that's who he is. He's a great guy.
Good, yeah, and you got to take him back some World Series goods. That'll get you back.
I
in
hope
good
you bring
graces.
some gifts back.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get a little present for him that we may need some help with from somebody that we can say later. But
Yeah, I think
All right.
we can work on that. You got our number.
The Sandman needs some gifts.
Got it.
Hey, thank you. You made it a lot of fun for us.
Really
and,
was.
And you've known him longer, Scott. Just one other thing. It's my understanding that Adam doesn't necessarily do stuff like this.
yeah, I mean, this is of course, one of the very, very rare occurrences of this. But he's super loyal to all the people that are good to him, and he asked for a favor, and he's just a great dude. So
that's
worked
great.
out awesome.
Yeah. Have fun at tonight's game, and thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Great stuff, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate yesterday and seeing you guys and meeting you today. Thanks.
Thank you guys very much for
You got
everything.
it. Have fun tonight. That's Scott Adderton and Jeff Bergman, who won the tickets to Game 1 yesterday. They had the biggest celebrity call in, Adam Sandler. And when we can be a part of one of the top 5 days in somebody's life.
Isn't that cool?
That's
Awesome.
pretty awesome.
Awesome.
That's great to hear. So we're thrilled that they had an opportunity to go, and they're back home to go see the Cardinals in the World Series, a Belleville West and a Whitfield kid who are working out in L.A., but had the chance to come back here and see their team in the World Series.
Yeah, it was a great story, and it made our contest, and we had fun doing it.
And the reason
That's great.
I asked about Adam, the guy he plays being him, because as Jeff told us a story about what they were saying, you can just see Sandler in a movie kind of grimacing a little bit and saying, get him on the phone. So, pretty cool. Great to
It
hear.
really was.
We'll have our parting shots from here at the Hilton at the Ballpark coming up next on 101 ESPN.